in 2011.
So it will be at the same price or cheaper than those
You're
systems?
talking price and I'm talking value. What I'm saying is that it's going to have a fantastic value.
Right.
Value defined as what you get. All of these great new experiences for what you pay is going to be absolutely competitive.
Now, is it also going to up-res your old Wii games? I know you guys have talked it's backwards compatible, right?
It will not do that, right? So that's really driven by the hardware.
Okay.
And the original Wii games were built for a specific type of hardware. There's no mechanism to quote unquote up-res that unless we launch a brand new game.
Right. Okay. So the old games will still run. They'll just look the same.
Correct.
And then you've got a whole new batch of games that will be coming out. So third parties, obviously, you've talked to them. I think that's partially why so many leaks were coming out about the system over the past few months. What makes you think it's going to be different this time for the third parties? Is it really just because every third party wants to be big on Nintendo, but then you guys roll in with the big first party games. They usually sell much better than third party titles. What's different?
Well, I think what's different is first, publishers have told us, what we want to do as an independent publisher is take what we do well and bring it to your system.
Right.
And in the past, they haven't necessarily been able to do that. They haven't been able to take the pretty graphics that they've done. They haven't been able to take the online components that they've created and bring it directly to our system. Again, check those boxes. That's going to be there.
We haven't checked the online box yet, Reggie. We're waiting to check it. So this week we will hear more about this?
This by the end of this week, Jeff,
yes,
we will have ticked that box.
Do we need to have you come back? I thought this was, we had a press conference, but now there's more.
We could certainly do that. Come on, there's 3 more days of information to be had here. But I am convinced
developer
that
roundtable tonight. When are we going to?
Potentially, there's a second developer roundtable as well, right?
I didn't know about that.
Jeff. There's a second developer roundtable, and so we have lots of opportunity to disclose more and more as to what's going on across the entire spectrum of Nintendo products, and certainly we'll talk about online.
But are you going to, do what some of these other first parties do, which is, pay for exclusive content and exclusive games from third parties that are really going to differentiate the system?
Here's what's interesting about that. From a publisher's standpoint, what they're looking for is a large install base. They're looking for a way to mitigate the risks of development, and they're looking for a partner that's going to help them market their games. We're going to do each one of those.
You're looking for games that are going to differentiate your system and
Absolutely.
move hardware.
And I have those from a first-party perspective, right? That's the role of my first-party development, is to differentiate myself from what's going to happen.
But then at 3DS launch, you didn't have that. You had a lot of third-party games that were kind of okay and not a lot of great first-party games, so why should we be confident then for Wii U launch? You're going to have those first-party games.
And so here we are, 3-4 months after launch.
Right.
We've got Ocarina, we've got Star Fox,
now
we've got Kart, we've got new Super Mario Brothers in 3D.
Right.
We'll have a Luigi's Mansion game. We're going to have all of the great first-party content that will drive the install base, that will differentiate the system. We will have that. And we're going to have all of this fantastic third-party content as well. I mean, Nintendo is very clear about its business. Our first-party content drives the install base.
Right.
And then we
But you didn't have that for 3DS then, right? And that was a disappointment, Mr. Iwata said.
It has been a disappointment. Now, it's interesting to say that a system that sold 4 million units on its, 400,000 units on its first launch day here in the U.S., to call that a disappointment. But again, we have very big aspirations. We certainly want to make sure that we're driving a new system and giving it strong momentum, and we're going to be doing that.
All right, so you're going to have some big first-party launch games then for day one?
You and I will have a separate conversation about launch titles at the appropriate time. This E3 is about showcasing the experiences. It's about highlighting what this new controller can do.
All right, Reggie, we're going to head on over to Justine because she's got some fan questions for you.
Fan questions.
From the Nintendo fans online. Justine, what are the questions for Reggie?
All right, so here's a question from Kim N on Facebook, and she is asking, can you tell us more about the console that was in the background of all of the footage pictures?
You hear that, Reggie? Tell us about the console. So they want to know more about the console. I guess everyone saw a lot of photos of the tablet or the controller. There's a console in the back, so that is the Wii U. That's the final design of the console.
Correct. So there are pictures that we're releasing that show the console, and again, we are not emphasizing the console because it's a box that has the GPU, the CPU. It's a box.
Right.
What is special is the controller. What is special are the experiences that we're going to bring to life. But trust me, the system itself, the console, is going to fit right in your key electronic space, and
It's going to run on optical discs, right?
it's going to run an optical disc.
Yep. Are those going to be equivalent to a Blu-ray sort of capacity?
This is proprietary technology.
Okay.
It is.
What's the capacity of it?
We haven't disclosed the capacity, but obviously it has to have a significant capacity to drive HD graphics.
So you think it'll be at parity with Blu-ray?
You know, we're not going to compare ourselves to someone else's technology. What I will tell you is that
So it won't be Blu-ray?
That it will not be Blu-ray. And the disc will not be a limiter to the types of experiences consumers will have.
All right, Justine, we've got some more questions. What's the next one for Reggie?
We do. Here we have Khalil on Facebook, and they're saying, why call it the Wii U instead of a name like the Nintendo Revolution? That seems like it would be a great fit for the new system.
Oh, that's a great question. You know, when we came up with the code name of Wii Revolution or Revolution before it was the Wii, again, we are trying to highlight a vision of what the system could do and that it would revolutionize gaming, and lo and behold, it did. You know, the Wii U, again, is meant to communicate what this new system is all about. And this new system is about being perfect for you.
Right.
You, the experienced gamer, you, the novice gamer, everything in between, and to bring these experiences that to date have never been done before.
Now, this is not coming until 2012, so
Correct.
is this a situation where we're not going to hear much about this for a while now from Nintendo because you've got a lot of Wii software and 3DS software to sell?
You know, in terms of what are our communications, Jeff, I can guarantee you'll be the first to know.
I'm not sure that's right.
And
Probably a journalist at the DK in Japan will probably be the first to know.
and so, you know, we'll certainly share more information as appropriate. But you've hit on a key point, and that is, you know, even at this show, yes, we've shown a glimpse of the future,
Right.
but we also have critical hardware and software to sell right now, and that's why you'll be playing Skyward Sword.
Shortly,
That's
yes.
why we've got 3DS and all of these great 3DS titles. That's why our booth is also going to have DS experiences for the new DS games that we're launching. So
So it may be on ice for a little while.
we're going to be managing it appropriately.